Hello everyone. In this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. First of all, Ahsan Iqbal gave a statement that there is no guarantor for Imran Khan in the whole world. Why would Imran Khan need a guarantor? Guarantors are needed for those who are weak or whose character is questionable. Guarantors are for domesticated people, the kind who need someone to vouch for them. This is our man. Don't worry, he won't cause trouble. We guarantee he won't be a problem. But free people don't need a guarantee. They do what their heart or principles tell them. You can't guarantee someone who is free. Nawaz Sharif, for example, gets a guarantor from abroad because everyone knows he's trapped. A businessman who won't incur financial loss. They take him along and say, he's our responsibility, he even mortgages his assets abroad, hence he can be guaranteed. But a person whose character is unpredictable, who can't be controlled, who has no weaknesses you can exploit, how can you guarantee someone like that? Who needs to give a guarantee for Imran Khan? He has no weaknesses for others to use. Can you say we will tame Imran Khan and hand him over to you? You can't guarantee a free man. You guarantee those who are weak, compromised or under control. A person of character doesn't need a guarantor. If Ahsan Iqbal understood this simple fact, he wouldn't be standing with Nawaz Sharif today. Let's end this point here. Now let's move on. Imran Khan made a statement, and then Field Marshal General Asim Munir made one. Let's first hear what Imran Khan said, because he is a leader. After his statement, I'll relate some things to it, and then I'll share what Asim Munir said in his meeting with teachers. It's important to compare both these statements to understand the current situation and where everyone stands. Imran Khan said, I was asked 2 years ago to step back for 3 years and let the current system operate, but I will not stay silent for even 3 minutes, let alone 3 years at the command of any Yazid. I'm being pressured to accept the 26th constitutional amendment, but my struggle is for the rule of law, and that amendment goes against it. They asked me to apologize for May 9th, but it's those who stole CCTV footage, violated women's dignity, raided homes, jailed thousands of political workers, and martyred innocent people who should apologize. If a court hears these May 9th cases for even an hour, they'll collapse. They are completely baseless. But the tragedy is not only is there no justice, it's not even visible. Nations don't die from oppression, they are reborn through it. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, endured 13 years of extreme difficulty but remained steadfast and was ultimately victorious. So we must follow his example and fight till the end. When all doors of justice are closed, peaceful protest is the only path left. I call upon the entire nation, including Tehreek-e-Insaf, to prepare for a nationwide protest. The law is completely suspended in Pakistan. Even women's dignity is not safe. My wife, Bushra Bibi, has been kept in solitary confinement for 14 months on mere facilitation charges without any conviction. Dr. Yasmin Rashid, a cancer survivor and elderly woman, is shamefully imprisoned under fake cases. My sisters, aged between 65 and 70, come to meet me in jail on High Court orders, but a colonel stops them. The court's orders are thrown in the trash. Under jungle law, my sisters were abducted from there, taken to Chakri at midnight and abandoned helplessly. Any country that treats its women like this has lost all moral standing. Mariam Nawaz was found to own 5 flats in London, yet she got bail in 2 months because the Sharif family agreed to a deal. Whoever bows to tyranny has their cases dropped, but those who stand on truth are punished, even without guilt. No foreign investment has come in 2 years because the world sees that here, the law is at the mercy of a colonel's boot. Without investment, there's no economic stability or growth. Until court orders are not independent, but depend on military signals, investors won't trust Pakistan. The entire nation looks to the judiciary for justice, but the 26th Amendment has crippled it. There are 2 goals behind this amendment: to protect rigging and elections, to keep PTI leadership and workers in jail, violating fundamental rights without fear of accountability. 2 major consequences of this amendment: judiciary has surrendered to the executive, abandoning its constitutional role. The Supreme Court's decision on military courts contradicts Article 175(3) of the Constitution. Yet powers have been handed to the executive without changing the Constitution. Specific benches are being formed to snatch PTI-reserved seats and give them to others. Judiciary is now so paralyzed that even senior judges can't independently hear cases. That's why I'm not getting justice. My cases are delayed, benches never formed, and my basic human rights are denied. Even my jail rights are denied. I'm not allowed to talk to my children or even meet my wife weekly. Even my books are confiscated just to break me. Earlier, fascism was established via Qazi Fayez Isa's verdicts. Now tyranny is being protected through the 26th Amendment. If the judiciary doesn't stand on the right side of history now, their names will be written alongside Justice Munir, who will always be remembered as criminals in history. I have instructed Salman Akram Raja to write letters to the Supreme Court Chief Justices and High Court judges over human rights violations, mistreatment of women, the 26th Amendment, and contempt of court by powerful figures. It is now the burden of judges to uphold justice and stand on the right side of history. Sharif family is used to NROs. They've taken 2 already, and now they've stolen elections to impose themselves again. This country can never progress under such rulers, no matter if they form SIFC or any other bodies. A nation only rises when it is free and its rulers are morally upright. Participate fully in the upcoming elections and use your only power, the vote, to reject this system of oppression. They've already planned rigging, but stay alert. Take Form 45 from the polling station and stay at the RO office until you get Form 47. We must stand against fraud so this government understands its real popularity. I direct the PTI's Punjab Reorganisation Committee to include Aliyah Hamza and the heads of all 4 regions. Instead of assigning a convener, work together equally. Aliyah Hamza was earlier removed from the list, which caused severe backlash from the party and workers. Our battle is not with our own people. Focus all energy on fighting fascists. To PTI workers, never hesitate to sacrifice. If I and many leaders can endure jail, so can you. Inactive office bearers will now be removed. To remove darkness from this country, we all must sacrifice. This is Imran Khan's full statement, in which he repeatedly emphasizes that it's a colonel controlling everything. Judiciary, jail system, administration, judges. He also clarified there is no deal happening. He has offered talks, but no deal. He's going full throttle now, even stronger in protest than before. This time the movement will be different and will need to be dealt with differently by the establishment. If the army wasn't backing this government, Imran Khan could have ended it in 15 minutes from jail, given his public support. The establishment is completely in control, including eliminating people. Now coming to Field Marshal Asim Munir's statement, in a meeting with a large group of teachers, he reportedly said, "I thank the entire nation for standing with the armed forces. We warned the world not to underestimate us. They now realize S-400 wasn't destroyed by Chinese tech but by Pakistani-made missiles. China didn't help us, although we thank them for moral support. They're our strategic partner. The aircraft we used were from China. The missiles we used were Chinese. But we present it as our own strategic success." He then accused India of terrorism in Kashmir, saying, "We don't condemn freedom fighters in Kashmir. We do express sorrow for civilian deaths. This aligns with Pakistan's traditional Kashmir policy support for Mujahideen fighting Indian forces, not condemnation." He said, "The army chief stated that the respect for the passport has been restored. Let me inform you that Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq, Somalia and Pakistan are among the 5 countries with the worst passports out of 200 countries. Restoring the respect for the passport is a good thing, but its status will only improve when this passport is respected worldwide. Currently, the situation of Pakistan's passport is such that Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq, Somalia and then Pakistan have better passports than us. So the respect for the passport has not been restored. But thanks to Allah, He has given the Air Force the capacity. On the ground, Pakistan has not won any battle." Latif Khosa raised a tough question. If we haven't fought a ground battle or achieved a victory, why was the position of Field Marshal given to the Army Chief? He referred to the battles of Badr and Uhud and mentioned the agenda of all political parties. Look, military establishment people always defame politicians. The army chief also said recently that all politicians are corrupt. Now, the army chief says that the agenda of all political parties is power. They come to power and implement their policies. No party can implement its policy without coming to power. The first step is to present their policy to the people. If people like it, they vote for them. With votes, they come to power and implement their policy. If they fail, people vote for someone else next time. This is the pattern worldwide, so the agenda of all political parties is power. But the army chief has divided power. He has a fake government sitting in the country. He must be aware of this. Our youth is trapped in the devil's grip. But against India, everyone appears united. When Pakistan's youth stands with the Pakistani army against India, it's appreciated. But when the same youth stands against the army's wrongdoings, they are called devils. This cannot be. My father was a school teacher. Teachers are important in society. Our youth is a victim of deceptive idealism. They are surrounded by self-centered individuals. There is a need to make this youth aware. They are well aware. They know what happened in Pakistan on 14th August 1947. Now there will be no revolution. One thing I tell you is that all status quo powers fear awareness and revolution the most. They don't want people to become aware or a revolution to occur. They always want the status quo to remain. We hear people say the country is going bankrupt, but it's not bankrupt. We are about to become a trillion-dollar economy. Khawaja Asif used to say, "We are not going bankrupt, we are already bankrupt." He is the army chief's boss. If he thinks he was wrong, he should talk to his boss. When I went to Karachi, I saw the business community was scared. They were told Pakistan is going bankrupt. They were told Balochistan is not part of Pakistan. They were told they are dogs of India. Now there will be no sympathy for them. This country has minerals from Gilgit to Gwadar. There is civilization, so there is no despair. These minerals and civilization were there during Shahbaz Sharif's time. They were there during Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's time. They were there when Quaid-e-Azam created Pakistan. They were there during Imran Khan's time. They were always there. So despair is spread intentionally. We intentionally make the nation despair. We say politicians are bad. They are doing this and that. So we try 4 times to impose martial law in Pakistan. Take China, for instance. There's no democracy there in that sense, but in America, democracy exists. In America, people openly criticize military policies. They come out in protest against wars. They freely take to the streets. No one kills them. No one arrests them. No cases are filed against them. Within America, people openly talk and even vote against American policies, the military, or the establishment's policies. There are discussions everywhere. No one stops them. Everyone has the freedom to express their opinion. The same is true in Britain. If you want to cite an example of China, Saudi Arabia, or countries where there's dictatorship, where laws are not like those in democratic nations, you can. But then someone says, the Constitution says we should not speak against the military for the sake of national security. Yes, the Constitution says not to speak against the military, but this same Constitution also assigns responsibilities to the military. The same Constitution says that there should be no occupation of power. The same Constitution says it's not the military's job to form or dissolve governments. The same Constitution echoes what Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah said, "You are not to make policies. You are to follow policies made by elected civilian representatives." In Pakistan's history, if anyone has violated the Constitution the most, it is the military establishment. They have broken the Constitution repeatedly and betrayed it. So the army chief needs to understand that the people of Pakistan now know that violations of the Constitution come from the military establishment. The armies you refer to have never imposed martial law in their own countries. Let the American army impose martial law in the US, then see how the people react. Or let the Chinese army do it in China, or the Indian army in India, see what the public does. If we are a democratic people living in a democratic country, then we should have the right to speak out against wrongdoings. Speaking against the military and speaking against the military establishment's wrong policies are 2 different things. The people of Pakistan support their army. They were happy with the military operation that took place. But when it comes to the wrong policies of the military establishment, such as stealing the public mandate, committing oppression and tyranny, imprisoning the most popular leader and subjecting him to constant torment, and installing a government that the people never voted for or outright rejected, people react to these things. Right now, this is what's happening. Strange and painful reports are coming in. One such deeply painful piece of news: Miss Saira Baloch, an activist from Balochistan, keeps protesting. Her own brother has been missing for 7 years. She says her brother was forcibly disappeared, and though an arrest warrant was issued, he has never surfaced. Now, Majbin Baloch, also from Balochistan, had her brother forcibly disappeared on May 24th. And now Majbin herself has also gone missing since last night. This is alarming. Saira Baloch says, "Earlier, we sisters used to come out in protest for our missing brothers. Now, our sisters are also being forcibly disappeared. Has everyone closed their eyes to us? This was deeply painful, and I've brought it before you." Finally, I want to inform you that Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, is about to release a documentary. It's a detailed 1-hour-long documentary that will reveal what has been done to PTI in recent years. Some people are brushing things under the rug, some are deliberately keeping things vague, refusing to tell the truth about the oppression and tyranny inflicted on PTI. Everything is being mixed up as if nothing happened. But this documentary will be released. Imran Khan will also come out. What has happened in these last 3 years has no precedent in our history. The worst human rights violations, forced disappearances, brutality, fascism, censorship, media restrictions, false cases against former Prime Minister Imran Khan and his unjust imprisonment. This 1-hour-long documentary is based on these truths and will be released today at 7 p.m. on all official platforms of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. This is social media, the very social media that Pakistan's establishment and government fear. They cannot tackle it and label it as misleading. But what will be shown is based on reality. If it happened, it will be shown. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.